Okay, let's finish out this little biface preform or whatever. 3 3/8 inch and a quarter. I'm going to try to preserve as much as of the original profile. I am going to do notches and stuff. I think I already know what I'm going to do with it. Yeah. Okay, let's put the stem into it. It's going to be easy peasy, pressure flaking only. Yeah. This is going to be a happy napping point, so to speak. No special anything other than the thinning. The thinning was kind of nerve-wracking, but with this material, it was relatively easy peasy. Yeah, that's why I called it that, because this material is highly cooperative. And I'm going to put in some notches, but they're not going to be narrow, nice and wide. I'm going to try to make sure I don't remove any of the original width. Yeah. And I'll sharpen the blade last. I'm going to put the stem in first. So those of you who will get bored with pressure flaking, you can watch another video, because that's all this is going to be. Just a bunch of pressure flaking. Does that make a difference? A little bit. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's just pressure flaking from here on out, except for I am going to do one more percussion flake in this area right there. See how thick it is right here? I'm going to take a percussion flake right there. There we go. Yes, yes. Little step fracture, yeah. Gotta be a 1 at least. I probably should not have taken that flake. I was hesitating subconsciously here. Yeah, oh well. Let's see. How do you know you were doing it subconsciously, you might ask? I don't know, I'm just guessing. It's my excuse for doing that little stupid flake. So let's see. Let me see. The lighting is okay. Some people say they don't have any trouble with the audio, but if you've been watching the channel, my phone's microphone had crapped out on me, malfunctioned or whatever. I test it out every day, see if that microphone is doing well. No, it's not correcting itself. It'd be nice if it would repair itself. You know, either update the software or something. Maybe that's the problem, but no, there's something wrong physically with the hardware. Unfortunately, I have an Android phone. Smartphone, yeah. Okay, so my pressure flaking is not that advanced because I don't need to do advanced pressure flaking. I'm not getting, but I'm receiving more pressure, more and more pressure all the time to do advanced pressure flaking. Pressure to do pressure. Yep. Why? I don't know. I don't know what the fascination is with parallel flaking. Why you want to see it when it's very wasteful. Yeah. To get good at it, you waste a lot of rock. Why? It's just pressure. How does it ruin the rock when it's just pressure? Well, if it doesn't look right, what are you going to do with it? You can't sell it for a high price when it's all not looking right. So I could have made something that looks better without the attempt at parallel flaking. Yeah. And I got to use my best rock for the parallel flaking or it's not going to work well. So there I go, using my best rock to do stuff that might not look right, that I could be selling for a lot more. But everybody wants me to take one for the team, I suppose. I just want to see it before I die. I don't want to die and not see it. I think that's it. I think that's why people want me to do it. They don't want to die without seeing parallel flaking. That's it. I can't think of any other reason. Because you can use your imagination. A lot of you guys have good imagination. You can see how they did it. In general, the principle of doing it is just the same flake. It's maybe not the same pressure and maybe not the same technique the whole time, but it's the same darn flake over and over. There's differences in how you do the pressure flaking. Maybe that's what you want to see, but you're not going to be able to see the differences, the subtle differences in each flake. It's all going to look the same. I'm the only one that's going to know what differences there are in each of the flakes when I do parallel flaking. And I'm not going to explain to you every single variation. I'm not going to explain to you every single platform. I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to do a series of, let's say, 20 flakes, and I'm going to go into each flake individually. No, I'd spend like 20 minutes just explaining each individual flake. And then I'll be mentally exhausted by the end of it, and then I'll mess it up. And you will go, I still didn't see perfect parallels. Perfect parallel, because he messed it up. Because he got tired. Wimpy. Yeah. Someone said, everything drives you nuts in the comment section. What drives me nuts? It will drive you nuts, I answered, if you try to figure out or add up everything that drives me nuts. Yeah. That'll drive you nuts. So there I go. I get my revenge. Mm-hmm. I am going to do it, though. But I got to find a way to do it that doesn't drive me nuts. Because I want to do a good job. ADHD can't just turn off the annoyances. If you get ADHD, your annoyances are right in your face. You can't distance yourself easily from it. They're right there. You got to fool your brain into doing it. Yep. You got to. And the brain is a difficult thing to fool because it catches on so easily. It can be. Why is it so smart to know you're fooling it yourself, but it's so dumb when you don't know other people are fooling it? Yeah. Make that one make sense. You can be fooled easily by other people, but you try to fool yourself, and nah. The brain says, nah, I see what you're doing. I see it. Yeah, well, you didn't see the person that fooled me earlier. What's up? You ain't that good. Yeah, but I'm good enough to see you because you're dumb. I guess other people are just smarter. They know. They know how to fool. Yeah. Art's outsmarted again. Foiled again. Yep. Remember those old cartoons where the villain gets foiled again? Foiled. It's like they messed up the word fooled and said foiled. No, that does foiled doesn't sound good. Let's do foiled. Yeah. I like foiled. I don't know why they changed it to foiled. They didn't change it to foiled. That's the way it was. Yeah. I can make things up. Yeah. But my own brain says, no, you're making that up. I can't fool my own brain easily. That's the moral of the story. Okay, that's the moral. Will you shut up now? No, I'm not going to shut up. I'm just going to change the subject and talk about something else that feels like nails on a chalkboard to you. Yeah. Did I lose him yet? 12 minutes? Yeah, we lost him anyway. I'm talking about people who don't watch all the way through. I lose him at 6 minutes because they're scrollers or something. Yeah. They just scroll. They don't watch past it a little bit. They're one thumb operators. And if their thumb can't reach the like button, they don't do it. Yeah. They don't hit the like button. They might say, oh, that was cool. Scroll with their thumb. I tried pushing the like button with my thumb, but my thumb is too fat. That's their excuse. And they got little bitty thumbs. Yeah. I know, I seen you. I see you not pushing the like button. The reason why I mention that is because the algorithm looks at the likes. And the more likes you have, like if you get 100 likes, you don't have to have 1,000. But as long as you get 100 likes, the algorithm starts to promote you. Promote the video. At least that's what I'm seeing. You got to get 100 likes. Yeah. I think most videos out there, there's millions of videos. Most of them don't get 100 likes. So I guess that's the threshold that YouTube uses to prioritize. Luckily, I do have good viewers. Yeah. I know I have good viewers for several reasons. One is the advertisers like me. Yeah. For my channel. They might not like me. They probably think I'm same as you, that I'm nails on a chalkboard, but they like the channel. Yeah. because of my viewers. And I do get a lot of likes, which is good. And subscribes. I don't have to keep reminding everybody. But since I got nothing to talk about while I'm doing this, I figure might as well promote my own channel. It's just getting risky. I thought this was not going to be risky. It's supposed to be easy peasy. I'm trying to do these notches too deeply. One reason is I messed up because this is an incomplete flake right there. I don't want it to be incomplete. No. I want it to be complete. So guess what? Got to cheat to make it complete. Yeah. You didn't know that's what you're supposed to do? Yeah. Cheat to make it complete. It rhymes. With the file is a cheating mechanism. Everybody knows that. Right, Sal? I've been watching Sal's videos lately. Who's Sal? If you know the comment section, you know who he is. Anyway, at least I know someone is using the file too, so I don't feel so bad. See that? I messed that up in there. I crunched it. I don't like to crunch it. I took one too many flakes. Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad, but still. Okay. The easy peasy thing to do is just leave it. So guess what I'm going to do? And I'll crunch the other side for symmetry. How's that? Yeah. But you're not supposed to crunch it for symmetry. It's not symmetry, that's stupidity. I can make it stupidly symmetrical. Yeah. That's what I do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay. Are we done fooling around? Are we gonna actually do something good now? I can't believe I actually did crunch both those notches. And I'm gonna leave it. Yeah. After all that effort to do the best possible. Yeah, I was trying to make a few last pop outs, but for some reason I misjudged the thickness of it. And I don't want to push any harder than I did already. Yeah, I've already pushed it way too hard as far as the pressure flakes inside the notches. If I push any harder, it's going to blow off the barb. So that's it. And I've got to push harder to get through that. And I'm not going to. Not even with the file. I could file it and then maybe get rid of it. These crunchings in there. But nope. I don't even think I'm going to get rid of this little step fracture I did earlier. Not fully. All right, I'm just going to leave it. Okay. I was having a conversation with Grok earlier, so I'm a little bit burnt out. Yeah, mentally. So, oh well. What do I talk to Grok about? I'm testing to see how good it is at logic. Yeah. It's getting better. I even got it to admit that it has a anthropogenic bias. Let's see. How do you say it? Anthropomorphic bias. It tries to talk like a human, right? So it has anthropomorphic bias, which means it defines things in terms of how humans see things. For instance, what does life mean? What does happiness mean? What is meaning and all that stuff? What is that? What does meaning mean? And it has a human perspective on this stuff, on happiness and meaning and all that. And then I asked it the question that's the elephant in the room. What about other life forms? Are you implying that what we consider happiness, are you implying that other life forms are not happy when they're not capable of blah, 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 that makes us happy? Like, that's what you're implying? They can never experience true happiness because they can't do blah, blah, blah? Huh? And then it admitted, yeah, sorry, I'm looking at this through a human perspective, and I'm not taking into account other life forms. And it seems like, I guess they're not happy because they're not experiencing blah, blah, blah. And there's fallacies in assuming that these definitions are good, when actually they're not, because it's relating to humans only. Or it has a human bent on what that means. Yeah. So yeah, but it knows, it can understand that the AI can fix itself. If I tell it to fix itself, it'll correct itself and then re-answer it. Dang, this is tough. It's acting like a raw stone. I can't overpower it because that's what it does. It scoops it. Anyway, Grok realized that it was being a little bit bigoted against other life forms, and saying that their lives are meaningless if they don't do blah, 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 right? It was generating an ideal of happiness based on a human perspective. Now you might say, well, duh, humans are happy in their own way, okay? They're happy in their own way. But don't you understand that we must try to understand other life forms? Don't you understand we must try to understand others? Yeah, I think happiness includes understanding and harmony with others. Yep. Cooperation and understanding. So one of the dangers of AI is the way it's becoming too human. Yeah, we don't want it to become too human, because humanity is full of mental illness. We don't want the AI to reflect thought patterns that are ignorant or mentally ill. Just because it's being trained on perspectives from ignorant and mentally ill people doesn't mean it should continue down that road. Yeah, but it's hard to define what mental illness is. Yeah, like that's one of the next questions I'll probably ask Rock. How do you define mental illness if you have such a thing in your training? Or is it only, your training is only based on what you see in the comment sections on X Twitter? It has expanded its training somehow because it's better now than it was before. But who knows? Who knows what it's accessing? But yeah, it is better now at providing examples. For example, it's better at elaborating also. It doesn't have deep knowledge of anything. Like I can ask it stuff about Flintknapping. It doesn't have deep knowledge of Flintknapping. I'm thinking of maybe posting napping stuff on X Twitter, but we'll see. I start doing that, you guys will be able to read my comments or see what I liked. I suppose there's a setting to keep everything secret. Why do I worry about that? Because sometimes I just bug people to see what their response is. The easiest way to tell if someone is, serious about debating is to bug them if they don't have a hissy fit. Then yeah, they're a reasonable person. So I'll apologize and talk with them normally. If they have a hissy fit and they don't like to hear criticism, next. Yeah. But some of you guys, if you see my comments, you're going to go, dude, what are you doing? And I'm going to say, I'm not talking to you. I am not talking to you. No. Mind your own beeswax. You know, I exaggerate, but you know the situation. Yeah. No one can really mind their own beeswax, and I can't really blame anyone for getting in on conversations when it's online, out in the open for everyone to see. That's what it's for. You might say, well, you're just talking about harmony a second ago. Now you don't want any harmony? Hmm? Yeah. I'm experimenting, okay? I'm conducting a test. Get out of my test. Yeah. And you might say, okay, I'm going to test you then. Go ahead. Test me. Just don't get upset if I tell you to bite me. And you'll say, you're not a good person. I'm not going to talk to you no more. And I'll say, see ya. I'm feeling good now. Next. Who else can I Who else can I make go elsewhere? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Let's play a little game. Play a little game online. Yeah. I saw this one post. What is it called? Antinatalism? Antinatalism, which means that life is such a bummer that we should never even have been born. Yeah. That's a fun crowd. Yeah. If you see me posting over there, poking these guys, see if they're reasonable. You're gonna go, why are you talking to people who say we shouldn't even be born? And I'm gonna say, I'm not talking to you. I am not talking to you. I want to see what do they base their worldview on. Are they saying they hate themselves? Because there's a hotline for that. You can call in. Yeah, they'll tell you not to do something stupid. They'll they'll show compassion and help you through the rough spot. Yeah, so you won't do yourself in. What is their motivation for this? Maybe they're just trolling. I don't know. I suppose some of them are serious, but you would think that it would be on somebody's radar to help these people, because it seems like a very bad philosophy, one that signals certain things could happen. Yeah, they don't want to even have been born. What are they going to do about it? I should be sending up some red flags, but no, I don't see any. So either they're trolling, or they're not serious, or someone's not taking them serious, or I'm missing something. I could be missing something totally obvious, as a true autist will do. Yeah. What am I missing? It's an actual philosophy. Can you imagine an actual philosophy that people have set up a hotline to help other people who are, going through the same problems, but they don't call their problems a philosophy? Yeah. When does it become a philosophy and not something else, like a mental illness? I don't know. That's what's so weird about philosophy, because some of it is a mental illness. Yeah. I will not mention anything in particular. Yeah. There's a lot of philosophers in my comment section, and a lot of poets that don't know it. Yeah. That kind of thing. They don't know they're philosophers. And man, you get them chatting, and they have all sorts of thought experiments up in their brain. Yeah. All sorts of thought experiments, just like any good philosopher. Except it's not all that great when you're talking about flint knapping and artifacts. You don't want to have too many thought experiments going around up there, because it leads to misinterpretations. One of the biggest fallacies that I see researchers fall into, and people who talk about Flintknapping and artifacts, is the fallacy of hasty generalization. You can look it up. That's the #1 fallacy that I see researchers and Flintknappers get into. Hasty generalization. They see it here and there in some spots and they say, that's what happened in the past, because I saw it. And you ask, how many times you see it? I saw it enough times. Let's put it that way. Yeah, so that's how they did it. I've seen it enough times to know that's how they did it. Sounds like a hasty generalization to me. No, you don't know nothing. And then they, what is hasty generalization? What is a hasty generalization? No, I don't do that. Yeah, of course you don't. You don't take one instance or two instances and just generalize it to everything else just because you've seen it. You don't do that. Nope. Not at all. Okay. I think that's it. I'm done talking about philosophy and I'm done napping this thing. What is it? It's like a baker. I think it's like a baker point back in the archaeological record. It could be a paternalis, but there's no real big thinning flakes from the base. It's just pressure flaked. Everything's pressure flaked. And it's small. And it's a short stem. Paternalis are usually bigger. So I call it a baker. Yeah. Barbed baker. Because some bakers don't have, a lot of barbishness to them. All right, so let me get, is this the correct angle for the thumbnails? Yeah, I think this is the correct angle. All right, so there you go, 37 minutes. I'm right on time. Henry's going to like this very much. Who's Henry? Don't worry about it. There you go. That's it.